Hi there, Coach Sage Canada, sagerunning.com here with a training talk on how to crack 20 minutes for a 5K. These are some basic tips and some key workouts that I think will improve your 5K a lot. Again, I've done another video on how to crack 22 minutes for a 5K on my main channel, VO2 Max Productions, but for you faster folks looking for a more ambitious goal, these tips are also applicable to sub 18 minute as well for the 5K, and I'll do the paces for you. So, 6:26 per mile pace for 3.1 miles, or 4 minutes per kilometer pace to crack 20 minutes. And the first tip was what I always say in distance running event. This is a long event. It requires stamina and strength, right? Most people, you could sprint 10 seconds, you could sprint 200 meters, you could probably run pretty fast for 400 meters on a track, or a quarter mile. But to sustain a faster pace of 6:26 per mile or 4-minute Ks for a 5K, you're gonna need stamina, and that comes with mileage, mainly easy base building mileage. And if you haven't got up to 30 miles per week or about 50 kilometers per week, that's really the number one tip. That's gonna increase your chances a lot more. So say you're only running 20 miles per week, if you could increase to 30 miles per week, we have a free beginner base building plan, aerobic base building plan at our website, sagerunning.com. I'll link to it at the end of this. It's a 9-week plan on how to build your mileage up safely to get to that level. And it's mainly easy pace, relaxed running at a conversational pace, low heart rate percent, something you could just really relax and do because you don't want to get hurt. And again, if you subscribe to this channel, we're gonna have more videos on how to prevent running injuries through strength building exercises, running form technique, and drills and things like that, because that's really the key, is consistency in health, good health, not getting hurt, being able to train at a consistent level, and running 4 or 5 times per week instead of just running 3 or 4 times per week. It's more manageable that way. You get in a better routine. It's going to really boost your fitness and endurance and stamina. It's key for 5K. After you've got your base up, say you get that base, and generally the higher the better, but I understand you have time constraints and you don't want to get hurt. But after you get your base up, we start introducing what we call tempo runs. The traditional tempo run by Jack Daniels, great coach, exercise physiologist guy, is to do a 20-minute tempo run. But since you're so close, if you're close to a 20-minute 5K, you could actually probably do a 5K tempo run or a 3.1 mile run at about 85% effort. So this is not an all-out race. It's a steady state, hard, comfortably hard type of effort to build stamina and endurance. And so you do this run slower than your 5K race pace, even slower than your 10K race pace. It would be about 6:50 per mile pace if you're in about 20 flat shape, or about 4:15 per kilometer for this 20-minute tempo run. Now, you might have to start off a little slower because you're not quite in 20 flat 5K shape. So, you want to monitor that and say it's a 8 out of 10 on the effort scale, steady effort that you could speed up to. At the end, you're breathing hard enough that maybe you could only say a couple of words or a sentence or two at a time. You can't carry on a full conversation. So that's the first key workout that I'd introduce into the training plan. Now, the second key workout for building speed, and again, I mentioned this in my other 5K training video, as well as 10K training video, is doing kilometer repeats. A workout like 6 times 1 kilometer, 6 by 1,000 meters. It's 2.5 laps on a standard 400 meter track. It's good to measure it out that way. And in these kilometers, just faster than your goal 5K pace. So maybe you're doing them in 3:55 per kilometer, taking a very controlled 3-minute rest. So the rest time is less than the run time. So your heart rate goes down on the rest, but it's not down all the way, and it gets harder and harder. You're doing 6 kilometers worth of quality work faster than 5K pace. So hopefully that means on race day, you could string together 5 kilometers all at sub 4-minute kilometer pace. And that's another workout you want to sprinkle in there to slowly build intensity and specific running speed, improve your aerobic power or your VO2 max. Think of it as like your horsepower, oxygen consumption, being able to not be totally out of breath and swarming with lactic acid, swimming in lactic acid, tying up, but being able to really power through that final mile or that final 1600 of a 5K. Then the final icing on the cake type of workout, and again, these workouts require a proper mix, is to do something like 400 meter repeats, typical workout 8 by 400 meters, and you'd be doing these at about 88 to 89 seconds, or 128 to 129. That's a minute 29 per lap, 400 meter repeats 8x400 with a 2-minute rest in between each hard effort. And again, this is to really develop what we call running economy, or your efficiency, and it improves form, it stimulates your fast twitch muscle fibers, which just means you're going to probably be running with better form, better mechanics, and it's going to make 5K pace feel a lot more comfortable. You just become more efficient at slower paces. So this is, you know, substantially faster. It's sub 6-minute mile pace, or sub 6-minute 1600 pace for these 400-meter repeats, and you're only taking a 2-minute rest. It's not a full recovery. These aren't wind sprints, but they're at a comfortably fast effort, way faster than 5K pace. It's going to help on that finishing kick, ease of movement, and hopefully lower your tempo run paces when you do that 5K tempo run, 3.1 mile tempo run. You start noticing you're getting faster and faster. Then you're gonna have to race yourself into shape. But it's also a matter of keeping proper form, keeping healthy, and again, we'll have more injury prevention exercises on this channel. If you wanna subscribe, hit that subscribe button, share this on social media. Again, we have that free aerobic base building plan at our website, sagerunning.com. Link to at the end of the site to build your mileage up safely in a really safe and efficient manner to build that aerobic base. It's a 9-week training plan, basically to get from 20 miles a week to 30 miles a week, 35 miles per week, or just over 50 to 60 kilometers per week. And yeah, that's really the key. Other things to do strides, 4x100 meter kind of sprints. They're not all sprints because you want to slowly accelerate into them and you don't want to pull a muscle. But again, we're going to have injury prevention, stretching exercises, dynamic drills, and things like that on this channel. Be sure to subscribe. Thanks for stopping by. Hope your running's going well. And here's the link to that sagerunning.com free 9-week training plan. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Sage Running videos.